We admit, Your Honor. We admit, Your Honor.
All right, admitted. So, have you marked it?
Now, after after giving this privileged speech, after giving this privileged speech, what is your reason now for voluntarily appearing before this impeachment court?
Because I made a privileged speech, Your Honor. So, I have to protect myself. Because people can say later on that ako ay nagtatago sa parliamentary immunity. So, gusto ko lang patunayan na lahat ng sinabi ko ho sa privileged speech ko ay kaya kong panumpaan. No? Kaya kong sabihin ulit at kaya kong panumpaan. Para hindi ho masabi na nagsalita ako doon at later on sasabihin, kaya mo lang nasabi yan dahil may parliamentary immunity ka no nag-privilege speech ka. So kaya ho ako humarap dito para patunayan na lahat ng sinabi ko sa privilege speech ko ay pinaninindigan ko at pinanunumpaan ko, Your Honor.
Meron po bang pumilit sa inyo na pumunta rito? Meron po bang pumilit sa inyo para magtestigo ngayon?
Wala akong makakapilit sa akin, Your Honor.
Meron po bang sumubok pumigil sa inyo?
Sa dyaryo ho, tinatakot ho ako ni Congressman Boyet Gonzales. Ang sabi niya, I will be expelled. Nasa dyaryo ho lahat ngayon.
Not responsive, Your Honor.
No, it is responsive.
Let the answer stay in the record.
Ano po ito?
Your Honor, sabi niya, I will be expelled from the House of Representatives. No? Doon sa aking pagtestigo dito, yun ho ang sinabi niya. So, kung nung una ho, kung nung sa pirmahan, veiled threat lang ang ginagawa sa amin, ito ho, openly threatening me already na i-expel ho ako.
Mm-hmm. Meron po ba kayong, bukod po dito sa narinig ninyong balita ng declaration po ni Representative Boyet Gonzales, meron po ba kayong nakausap ng ibang kasama ninyo sa Kongreso tungkol dito sa impeachment complaint na ito?
They're calling for a hearsay evidence. Ano ba yan?
Yung nakausap po niya?
Oh, sige, basta yung nakausap, kung may nakausap.
Mandana.
What is the pleasure of the gentleman from Pampanga?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a clarification at this point, because earlier the Senate President had raised on 2 occasions as to where this line of questioning will go with respect to the articles of impeachment, specifically Article 2, the SALN, bank accounts, dollar accounts, Article 3, the FASAP case, flip-flopping, and Article 7, the TRO on the case of the former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. And the chair was kind enough to provide enough the leeway to the defense. So I am asking for the 3rd time, Mr. President, where is this line of questioning going, and how will we connect this the testimony of the good gentleman from Navotas to the articles of impeachment, namely Article 2, 3, and 7? May we have a clarification from the defense, Mr. President?
There are 2 points, Your Honor, which I wish to raise regarding the testimony of this witness. First, Your Honor, the testimony to us will tend to prove that the grounds relied upon in the articles of impeachment are not substantial, Your Honor, or do not rise to the level of an impeachable offense. And actually, Your Honor, our second reason is to question the integrity, not only of the complaint, Your Honor, but also of the complainants, Your Honor. So as to create a doubt, Your Honor, to create a doubt which later on may prove to be invaluable to the senator judges when they reach the point where they have to decide whether to convict or to acquit the impeached officer, Your Honor. To us, Your Honor, this creates a reasonable doubt, and this will be material, Your Honor, in the evaluation that will be made by the senator judges when the time comes.
With your, Mr. President, with due respect, we move to strike that from the record because the defense counsel is already testifying as to the bona fides of the 188 complainants when this witness testified only as to matters which are not even connected.
Mr. Congressman, he's just explaining the purpose of the presenting the witness.
Precisely.
He is trying to impugn the integrity of the impeachment complaint that was filed against the respondent. Let the answer stay to the record. Proceed.
Can you please
May we
answer?
just react, Your Honor?
Yes?
The Honorable Court has already made a ruling that the integrity of the impeachment complaint is beyond review by this Honorable.
Correct. But we will hear them. And the court is intelligent enough to evaluate all of these things.
With that, we submit, Your Honor.
Proceed. The gentleman from Pampanga.
Just a clarification, Mr. President. In such an event, therefore, do I take it to mean that this impeachment court will agree to allow other witnesses to be presented by the defense and have a similar line of questioning? Because earlier, if I recall, Justice Cuevas said that when we were having this lengthy discussion on whether or not the affirmative defenses can be presented, and of course the chair ruled otherwise. If I may just finish, Mr. President.
Yes.
So Justice Cuevas said that they have 4 or 5 other witnesses that they will be presenting. Do we take it to mean that we will allow these 4 or 5 other witnesses to likewise?
I will have to hear the testimony of the other witnesses before I can make a judgment. So, my understanding is that Congressman Chanco is simply testifying about his own personal experience in the formulation of the articles of impeachment. For what purpose he was introduced is, according to the defense, to establish the integrity and pressure, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or attendant to the preparation of the articles of impeachment. Well, the members of this court are intelligent enough to evaluate. They're not bound by the testimony of a witness if they do not believe in this story.
Yes, Mr. President, but perhaps my clarification is that we had a lengthy discussion earlier between the Chief Defense Counsel, Justice Cuevas, and the Chair on the issue of whether or not affirmative defenses can be presented in order to question or raise questions about the validity of the complaint.
No, they are not presenting. They are not presenting about the verification. That is just telling the story, the background of how the impeachment complaint was prepared according to his experience. But there are so many people present in that caucus, many people who signed this impeachment complaint who may have a different experience.
Well, we will submit at this point, Mr. President, to the ruling of the Chair, but without prejudice to raising some later on, Mr. President, additional issues, Mr. President, on this matter. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Proceed, Counsel.
Yeah.
Anything more? How long more?
No,
How long
that
more
will be
do
my
you-
last question, Your
All
Honor.
right, yeah.
Just the last question, if you have
Did I
talked, yes,
Who did I talk to?
regarding the impeachment complaint against Chief Justice Corona.
Who did I speak to?
Yeah. Is there any other congressman that you have spoken to
You
regarding
mentioned
the signing?
3.
Yes.
You mentioned 3.
Yes.
Do I have to name, Your Honor?
Yes, of course, you have to name, if you are going to mention it.
If he wants to name them. You are not bound to name them, but if you want to name them,
I only asked because I only have authority to name one because I don't want to name the others without asking them.
Go.
So I asked one if I could name him just in case I am asked, and he agreed. So I will just name that one if that's okay. Mr. Senate President.
Sure, go ahead.
I spoke to Congressman Dodo Mandanas. He called me up, Congressman Dodo Mandanas called me up on Thursday or Friday. The impeachment was December 12. I resigned December 13. On December 14, Congressman Dodo Mandanas was removed as the chairman of the Committee on Ways and Means. And I think on the 15th or the 16th, he called me if we could have coffee. So,
And what did he tell you?
I told him, anong nangyari? Ano nangyari? Ba't kaya hindi tinanggal? Sabi niya kasi, sa tingin ko, dahil doon sa boto ko, inapitan ko si Congressman Boyet Gonzales. Sabi ko, ano ba itong nangyayari? Ang sabi ni Boyet Gonzales, simple lang to. Kung pipirma ka, kakampi ka ni Pinoy. Kung hindi ka pipirma, kalabang ka ni Pinoy. And I asked permission from Congressman Dodo Mandanas to say that statement, that he told it to me, and he agreed. That is the reason why I cannot name the two others,
All
Mr.
right.
President.
Oh, Counsel,
We have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
all right, Cross.
Just a few cross-examination questions, Mr. President.
Are you going to do a cross now?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, proceed.
Toby, I call you Toby.
Yes, but I will still call you Your Honor because I respect you, Manong Rudy.
Thank you. You are aware that we receive our PDAF through tranches, is that correct?
What do you mean tranches, Manong Rudy?
First tranche, second tranche?
Yes, correct. The first tranche is for the first half of the year, and the second tranche is for the second half of the year, Your Honor.
For the second tranche of 2010, which was our first 6 months, did you get all your PDAF?
Completely, Your Honor.
How about for 2011?
For 2011, I have to qualify it, no? For the first tranche, yan ho yung sinasabi ko na delay. Na nakuha ko na yan August 1.
So nakuha mo?
Pero August 1.
Oo, nakuha mo.
August 1.
Okay. Right. Nakuha mo.
Pero yung iba ho nakakuha Mayo eh. Manong Rudy.
So nakuha mo. So you
pero
received-
iba ho yung nakuha ng Mayo, iba ho yung nakuha ng August 1. Your
How
Honor.
about the second tranche?
Yung second tranche, nakuha ko ho. Sandali. On October...
Okay na, nakuha mo. My question is, kung nakuha mo.
Hindi pwede mag-explain?
No, nakuha mo.
Hindi, nakuha ko ho.
Yes, sir. O, nakuha.
Pero yung pecha ho ng pagkakuha ko.
Now, those who
Ayaw
signed,
niyong malaman.
are you aware that there are 188 complainants in this case who signed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Most of them, I presume you know.
Most of them, I know.
Kilala mo, karamihan doon sa 188.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did any one of them ever tell you na ayaw nila yung pagpirma nila?
In confidence, masama ang loob, Your Honor.
Masama ang loob, ba't yung may masama ang loob?
Pinilit sila.